Spiritual struggle, acquiring the virtue of vigor, and fighting lethargy or laziness. We continue to fight ourselves in order to teach transgressors God's ways, and our ungodly behavior shall change. What is vigor? Vigor is an internal strength that motivates us, that pushes us to help others, to do some useful work, to volunteer, to provide a service. Vigor supports fasting. When we have this internal strength, then we are ready to fast. Laziness, on the other hand, ruins the fruit of prayer and fasting. So when we are lazy, we are not doing anything useful. We are just being selfish. We're sitting down. We're relaxing. We're not doing our prayers or our readings. We're not helping others. So laziness is very harmful for us. Vigor supports the acts of mercy. So when we have this vigor inside us, then we help others. We go and volunteer. We go to the church, and then we ask the priest, how can we help? Laziness, on the other hand, it weakens our spirit. So vigor somehow is a spiritual strength. The best way to deal with this is to keep our schedule full. Of course, we have certain slots for relaxing, for rest, but not too many of them. We keep our schedule full and we try our best to stick to this schedule. And we're always doing useful work. We're being productive. So instead of watching TV, we should be reading spiritual books. Watching TV is very harmful for us in many different ways, physically, psychologically, and spiritually. While reading spiritual books is very useful for us, psychologically and spiritually. Instead of listening to worldly songs and singing them, we should learn some spiritual hymns and listen to spiritual hymns. When not working, we should be volunteering somewhere, helping others, doing some useful work. So let's look at laziness and what it causes. Being lazy makes us bored because we have nothing to do. So we watch a bit of TV and we're still sitting at the couch, not doing anything. We get bored. After being bored, we have a desire for anything new because we want a change. We want something new. We want something amusing. And that makes us accept ideas and insinuations from others. We just want something new. We want something enjoyable, whatever that is. And of course, most of the time, that is going to lead us to sin. Because we are not thinking spiritually. We are not thinking of the path of the Lord. And things outside the path of the Lord tend to be sinful. Now, practicing something sinful is going to lead us to despair. And despair is very dangerous. It could lead us to being lazy again. Or it can do something worse. It causes harm. A withdrawal from the world. A withdrawal from our relations with the family, with the friends. It causes physical pain sometimes. It can make us an addict to something. It brings addictions into our lives because we want to get rid of this psychological pain or even the physical pain. And maybe we start abusing some material. It causes more psychological trouble. Of course, if we start abusing materials, then we get into more psychological trouble. And after all of these things, it can lead us to committing suicide. So we start by being lazy, and we can end up in a very, very bad situation. So how can we fight laziness? There are many things that we can do to fight laziness. First, we need to have some sort of a long-term plan, such as learning a new language, or maybe building a hut in the garden, maybe starting a new business, or learn some Byzantine music. For that long-term plan to be achieved, we need a short-term plan. So how can we start this new business? How can we learn a new language? So we need to collect some info about this plan, about what we want to do. We can use books, we can use the internet, we can ask people. This is how we collect information. So we create a schedule for ourselves. This is what we're going to do every day. At 8 a.m. we do something, at 10 a.m. we do something else. In the afternoon, this is what we're going to do. We have to remember to include some sports activities. Sports are very good for us. They help us stay in shape, which means they help us stay ready to do something, ready for the next step. So now we have enough energy in our bodies in order to achieve what we want to achieve. We can also include plans for doing some repair around the house, and of course rest and food time. Try to add prayer and some spiritual readings to the schedule. They're always very useful for us. That's the aim of our lives. So they are essential in any schedule. Learn a new hymns. Learn a few hymns. Maybe you could just sing something while you are collecting the information or building the hut or starting the business. And don't forget to follow up on saints' lives. So actually there are a lot of things to do. Do not overwhelm yourselves with activities. At the same time, do not leave your schedules empty. So the schedules should be full and also include some food time and rest time. How else can we fight laziness? Join Orthodox groups online. There are many Orthodox groups online and in all social media. Search for answers to your spiritual questions. So ask those groups online, search on the internet, ask a priest. Be careful where you get your information from. If you use the wrong sources of information, you could end up in trouble. Ask the priest if you can help at the church. So this is one way of fighting laziness. And if you feel any kind of despair, then quickly ask for help. The priest should be able to help you. I hope you found this video useful. God bless you.